Danganronpa.
Oh, load key. Continue. Hello everybody, my name is Meadow. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Goodbye Despair. Nagito is dead. He died in the last episode, but before he died, he did this so fast. By the last episode, he was talking so crazy about about blowing stuff up. Not blowing stuff up. About blowing the entire island up. Turns out it was just a bunch of fireworks. So yeah. And now he is dead. So yeah, in this episode we will be doing the investigation of how he died, or who killed him. I don't know who killed him. This is the only murder that I don't know who the murderer actually is. I never expected Nagito to die like this. I had a feeling he was gonna die. I just didn't know when exactly. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. I mean, seriously, whoever killed him like this, god damn, must have hated him so much. I mean, I think they all hated him. Imagine if this was a group kill. No. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. We need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about his body that catches my eye. I think pretty much everything catches my eye. Alright, let's start. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. The rope is burned off like this. Why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Burned rope. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from a military base. Military base? Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by the same knife. Which means, after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand?
it cannot be.
They finished him off with a spear.
How cruel.
Then, doesn't mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
It's definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? I'm not sure. A reason they had to use a spear? Huh. Survival knife has been added. Take the truth about the section of your handbook. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Is this to keep Nagito from screaming for help? Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood spattered all over, it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chucky moved past Kazuchi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done visiting here. Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed! The blood on Nagito's face. Looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... It's no use, she's not listening.
Hey,
Another blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that? This
Well,
duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking towards the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth out of the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth wasn't covered with the duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Duct tape has been added. Okay, left hand. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this one looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
There's something strange. Strange? What?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left hand was sliced, but... Doesn't the blood spatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cut this. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that was the blood on his palm, but... There's something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand...
Well?
Here, there's also blood but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right, but why is it only this part?
See?
See? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure. You win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Blood on the left hand. A spear with a fleshy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like the fatal wound. Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see, I see. Use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with a spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that now. Hey, by the way, I want to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle. What? Nezumi Castle?
What?
How was I to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there? Damn you mice! Damn you all to hell! I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. Looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that the section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Jackie mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. Might be better if I confirm that later. Spear of Gungnir. So I'm guessing we're gonna go to Nezumi Castle afterwards. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope was tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does it mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, they also stabbed his legs? Why? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they would have stabbed him once in the chest, right? Well, if you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have had a deep grudge towards Nagito. I'm pretty sure that was like everybody. I'm pretty sure everybody had a grudge against Nagito. Right? No. Right? I don't know.
Damn it!
If he doesn't let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they had a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Torture wounds. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? Classmates' dead bodies right in front of me. One of my peers is the killer responsible. Now I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Okay. Alright, now let's look at everything else. Fire grenade. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remains of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. And the fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Okay. There's a lighter. Ah, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here.
Just kidding.
An oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it
It's
on.
the most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means
So, using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
you are
Killer
right.
probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. The cause of fire should destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... But what? But what, Hajime? Fire grenade. Monokuma plushie. Oh no, the plushie! Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey. No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead. Who's Jim? Is this one of the licensed plushies that were being produced at this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why do you do it? Making a hole like it? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did you try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are
I
you
had nothing to do
saying?
with that. Huh?
You're
He's
so
probably
evil.
lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's
You
this?
seem more pissed than usual these days, moaning me. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easy, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I would definitely take back the seat of the world primacy from Monokuma. Looks like those are noises I got. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how it's connected to the incident. If it is, that's messed up. Monokuma plushie. Alright. I think we've looked at pretty much everything, so now we can talk to people. Thanks for coming. It mattered for Gundam's killing, and for Beacon's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter?
So...
The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's
time.
It's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. What were we doing 30 minutes ago? Huh? Happened that recently? It's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could also be like when Nekomaru died, because it could have used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crowd looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. And whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's why we're all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. Oh my god, we're all suspicious. Oh my god. We're all suspicious. We're all suspects. I mean, technically, yeah. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but since I can't stop thinking about it. When Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen? Huh? What's going to happen? This round school trip is going to end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree to the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey,
What do you mean, something? Maybe we can kill each other, you know. What could be more worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know. There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, we screw up here is the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
You...
And don't bring up strange stuff like that. Okay. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler leads that activates to put out the fire. You
Well,
can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Can you see? See that red streak? Looks pink, but yeah. Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. Yeah, I saw it like literally before. Like when I started the video. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? Probably definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the girder. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So, what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas except this warehouse first. Alright. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh.
So just as I
If only everyone
thought.
could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish this class trial. Then we can think about what will happen after. Okay. Alright, monochrome panel. There are a lot of tipped over monochrome panels. The panel near the current in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall. They should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tip over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason those panels are tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Those words, Akane brushed up everyone's voice and slowly opened the doors to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew what is a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? Let's gotta use a little more force. What happens opening it slowly? Akane ignored the approaches, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Bam! Ah, yeah. Could it be? Was that it?
Well?
And there's something else I've been wondering. What?
Hey.
These more cooler panels are tipped over, starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse. Right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Like dominoes. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange. That means we can speculate this was done intentionally. Monochrome panels. Alright. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe.
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, the music was blaring, the music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched with sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from the MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? I have no idea. MP3 player has been added. Oh. Tons of CDs. All these CDs, they're all copies of Monaco's music. He makes music? They should have been burned too. There are a bunch of books stacks on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monaco's poetry and photos. The sprinkle's completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not that missing much. Hold up. No matter if we're gonna... Oh.
Hey!
Wait, maybe we'll say the same thing. Looks like Sony's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something we need to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagato's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey, Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when the fake bomb Nagato set in the warehouse exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? You said something like this, right? It's alright, it is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. We were looking for the bombs. Why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you? What were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It is misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus, you son of a bitch. Sonia? I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh? At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito plans the bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them? And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered? And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What? I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
Yes, god damn it, all to hell.
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. Oh yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, this is what happened in the last episode, by the way. Looking Kazukichi. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he said were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is, his reason for doing it. With this, I've explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Sony's account has been added to the truthbook section of your handbook. Alright, I've pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it!
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if we broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base is certainly mentioned, the plushie factory next door, the Mizumi Castle where the spirit originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey you guys, is it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree.
I see.
I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
Huh?
But is it safe? Don't be able to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, there aren't any clues in other areas either. We'd have to give up completely. You don't really say that.
Hey, hey!
It's okay if we leave this place?
Yeah.
It's okay? Yeah, it's okay. It's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't find that person, if we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Then let's go. Alright. So let's search the plushie factory first. In the military base, then the castle. Plushie factory. Alright, what do we got? That's an enormous machine, but stop for now. Looks like there's other babies things in here. Okay, truck. Apparently the bombs that are stuffed in this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagato must have bought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing particular that catches my eye. Okay, well, oh. Hello, Sonia. That reminds me, when we saw Nagato's video of Mr. on this laptop, is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, okay. We know that. At the time, Nagato should have already been killed, meaning that the video was recorded in advance. That's right. Besides that video, there must be data on his laptop that could be used as a clue. I thought of mine, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use. It's locked. There's no way I can examine this. What if it's locked? Then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. No, I don't think so. Life-size Monaco plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket. But it looks like there aren't any clues here.
My!
I have never seen so many Monokuma in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
However,
while I was staring at these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
well,
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
do you have a
If you
minute?
hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that? A plushie
Amazing!
bomb is an act of terrorism.
Alright!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there's a bomb inside, these wouldn't explode if we carelessly mess with it.
Easy as
Either
pie.
way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough
Stop!
already.
There's no bomb.
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up. See? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see. I
You're
see.
right.
However,
Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the octagon.
Well,
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Sorry? Say something I should have not said? It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Monaco's account. Yes. Then we go to the military base. Outside. Oh. I feel like I need to push circle. My bad. My bad. Wait, no, it's this way. Autumn. Huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed in the truck bed. Ah, found it! What did you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it. But I also found stuff like a survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's hand? Yeah, it was.
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
All
So the
right.
killer's someone who visits his military base at least once. Who would that be? That's everyone though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. Okay. When I try looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonya was telling the truth.
However,
But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? Possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much as in the video. Message, sorry. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No. Is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe. There's a different motive behind his actions. I didn't even know who the traitor is. Hold on, Kazumichi. Let me look at this stuff first. The bombs were fake. This might be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check I'm not brave enough to check for myself. Okay. Damn it, this place is dangerous. Damn it, this dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Really guys out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. Jesus, to say that. There's no one on this island who can do that. Okay, and then I think we go over to, Nisumi Castle? Nisumi Castle. I didn't even look at this when we first came here. I looked straight at that. The spear with the flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear is definitely it, right? Just as I thought. It was exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle. There's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. Killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir? Huh? Bunko would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well,
Yeah, they could have just killed with a knife. It would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cold thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito is trying to make us suffer, even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. To... Nagito's room. Thank you for teleportation. Oh, you're here. Hello.
Hajime.
Hajime. Oh my,
this?
you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
What
I
are you
was
gonna
just
do?
listening to Chiaki's request. She asked me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needed it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy,
Then do it.
tough
It's
crowd.
sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door. Fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose.
Great.
Bye-bye.
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This is my first time seeing that. But why does the door open with a spell like that? Maybe the
Perhaps.
cottage key is computerized?
Hey,
More
hey.
importantly, let's go inside now that the door's open. Yeah, you're right. Inside Nagito's room. There's a gift. Is it for me? No, of course not. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Also, he has a fridge in here? I don't have a fridge. When does the absolute hope come in despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden in here as well. Well, I'm gonna look straight at this thing right here. Oh, Monokuma! A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Could this be? Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box that's covered in sparkling pink lights. A
Perhaps.
treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monami stole the treasure box. This is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know. If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. And let's open it. Turn back towards the treasure box and cautiously open the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it. Why is the notebook inside this treasure box, like it's something important? Took the notebook out of the treasure box and began digging through it. It contains sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children, and these really look like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monaco showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this? A diary? Looks like it. Did Monami write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally threw her. She kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Alright, when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final day room today. He started panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing. Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook! Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monami suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I
Phew.
won't forgive
I
you.
didn't ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I'd come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was a thief?
No!
Betrayal. I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my important diary where all my mating secrets are written. Hey, you're a liar. Oh, you always show up out of nowhere. Mon ami, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Mon ami can't even write. Huh? Oh, what are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's right.
No, you can't, cause you... No, you can't, cause you have no fingers on your hands. Yeah. See? Bullseye. I know, cause I'm the same way too.
What?
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you? So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you
What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Huh? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me. Oh, hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
Same pattern as usual. Looks like there was a time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really want to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, another way that I didn't ask her. Monami's notebook.
No.
Yes. Okay. Some stuff to look at. There's a lot of books and race here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuff onto the shelf. So, yeah. It might take a little time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's save it for later. Yeah, I agree. The refrigerator. There's a refrigerator. Nice, my couch doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? They're talking to Chuck with the refrigerator out of curiosity. Monaco's special poison for poisoning use only. The only thing inside the refrigerator is a brown bottle. If someone likes cold drink, it doesn't look like he's stopped very much. But the bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Took the brown bottle of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, it looks like it's poison. Poison? It looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle, don't drop it. Stop it, if you worry like that I'm gonna get nervous. Grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. Smonaku was special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. It is possible you poison someone to death without any complications. Keep the liquid secured by storing it in a cool place in a glass or a plastic container away from sunlight. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must have been here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. Apply to the bomb?
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to contain such dangerous items. The yoked inside the funhouse. This poison. He must have put it with him from there too, right? He was hiding
Perhaps.
them somewhere in his body during the class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison? Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Oh, another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'll be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Monaco's special poison has been added. Okay, the window. The basic layout is just like my cottage. There's something about this window that really catches my eye. Okay. The bed. So the bed that comes with the cottages. It's just like the one in my room, but maybe there's something hidden under the bed. It's the usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. What? Well, we should check just in case. Without expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... There's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Looks like there's something inside. What is this? Looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from a military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for? Probably for the poison? Hajime, was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made out of blue aluminum? Round thin piece of aluminum, huh? Similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows?
Time.
Might be too soon to decide that. Piece of blue paper has been added. Okay. I don't think there's anything else. Shower room. Since the structure is just like my room, the shower room is over here. Looks like there aren't any clues there. Alright, let's talk to Chiaki. Our time for investigating is winding down.
So...
Bookshelf might have taken some time to investigate, so we should try examining other areas first. Like where? Because there's no other...
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It would be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff here. Well, that might be true, but... So, I'll leave the shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked over towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even if, as I examine them carefully, there are still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Huh? Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed. It's a school budget of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagicho said it doesn't contain information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department, had no telling whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file and held it in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. This really has only my information, then why? Is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me just as I thought. Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my birth date, such as my date of birth, my height, my weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words, Reserve Course Student. There was no denying it. I confirmed that I truly was a Reserve Course student from the Reserve Department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the only one here who's from the Reserve Department? Why? Why am I here with all the other Ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Oh! Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in here. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying. When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Shaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here, but unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but... What?
The file. His name isn't in there, right?
Whose name?
There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Nagisha?
What are you talking about?
Byakuya.
Oh.
I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
Yeah. Why?
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
That's weird. Of course.
No
So what if a
way!
name wasn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor? You never said he was. No, it's not just because his name was written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school effort at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life is totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting
How should
all
I put
riled
this?
up!
You guys have been getting all backed up that Byakuya about the Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on a one-person cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the
You don't have to ask me that. You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through the profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Ultimate imposter. Okay, Among Us. Accolades. What does accolade mean? Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? That's that Byakuya's true identity. True identity? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate effluent progeny, Byakuya Tagami. Huh? Fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent, though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Tagami? Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in killing school life? His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Then, he was lying to us this whole time.
But still.
But he couldn't help it. Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. And when you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell? Anyway. I know how you guys fell for a scam that had nothing to do with. So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others, and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess, maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth on as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Jeez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no other way you should ignore Monmi or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that? Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made the file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
And the fact there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitors are spies sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
correct.
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. Hope Peak Academy file has been added. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? Wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue. Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up. Wait. Excuse me for a moment. God damn it. That chime just now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial.
Oh my
so
gosh.
please gather at Monokuma Rock.
The last class trial is probably going to be like 3 or 4 videos long. Because, oh my goodness.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon. The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma Tower earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
I can't imagine that it's the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe, after putting us through all of this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much. I think we should focus on this class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
but
Well,
still.
we don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can be solved... Sorry, that can't be solved alone. As long as everyone cooperates and works together... Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. So this is the last class trial, which means the game is ending soon. No, I don't want it to end. I don't want the game to end, please.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here. Huh? Is this it? Should there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed. You're making me depressed. So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict, where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through with this, we can go back, right? That Monokuma pastor said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial. We're being tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course
Why can't you
not.
believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know,
That's why I'll
right?
definitely survive. We can really go home after we deal with this class trial. I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. You don't have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? She looks angry. You haven't realized it yet? Definitely went to these islands thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know. Huh? What are you saying?
Got
There's
it?
no way Monokuma would end things here. He's planning something far worse. Oh, stop trying to jinx us.
I'll pick
Damn
you
right,
up.
you should just shut up. Hey everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness on your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight. It's her deal. I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
In her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
You tell just by looking at those button eyes. Anyway, make sure you turn off Mini Maru. Be annoyed if he started talking during the trial. Oh, fine.
But still,
Somehow, I understand what Motomi is saying. I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
yep.
You're right. Wait, who was talking? I didn't read the name. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Roar. Okay, so I'm gonna end today's video here. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over with my mind. Sorry, within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. What? Don't enter. Why would I turn now and end the video? My god, Hajime.
Yeah.
Let's have the video right. This will be a lesson for this too. I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we've finished.
you are
More
right.
importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. Going down to the last... This is our...
Damn it.
You can manage to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go smoothly. I don't even know who the killer is. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survived needs to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? Probably both. Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left. Enough, just freaking start this already. Hey, this is right. Hey, this isn't it, right? This is really the class trial, right? Yep, it sure is. So you guys show me enthusiasm, make sure you give her your all. Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end. Now then, let's get this trial started. This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. Their curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a determined little person that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just prove that hope would never lose it to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there was also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. Who will be consumed by despair? That's why we absolutely have to find out. First we finished off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monika says this is really the last class trial, it's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Yes, oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to end today's video right here. So, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed today's Agito, we forgot the end, was brutally murdered. His unpredictable death was left a looming shadow of mystery in the hearts of Hajime and the others. Who is this traitor? What was the clue Nagito left? Will they be able to see the light within the darkness between hope and despair? Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, leave a like, subscribe. In the next episode, we will start the first episode of Class Trial, and we'll do another episode, and so forth. Anyways,
Now,
all right. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.